You're listening to the C-Bus Sports Radio High School Football Game of the Week. Good Friday evening to you. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting coming to you live. Tonight we got high school football up in West Texas as the McGregor Bulldogs travel up to take on the Trojans. McGregor coming in at 0-2, 2 losses on the season. They had a double overtime loss to open up the season against Hillsboro. That was a 58-56 double overtime loss back on the 29th of August. Then on the 5th, last week, a 45-27 loss on the road at Groesbeck. So Bulldogs hoping to get back on track as soon as possible, led by their high-powered offense here. Bubba Zacharias so far throwing for 690 yards, completing 60% of his passes, along of 63, and has a passer rating of 120.8. His leading receiver, Don Madron, averaging 188 yards of receiving per contest, 1 touchdown, 377 total yards. We're going to step away here for the national anthem. Chris Coakley once again, C-Bus Sports Broadcasting on the Sophie Aro Dog Grooming and Boutique pregame show. So as we go through our pregame here, Coach Dave Woodard and the Trojans come to this contest 1-1. 9 returning offensive lettermen and 9 returning defensive lettermen from a 5-5 team that went 2-3 in district play last year. Hoping to improve on that. Standout players, running back, linebacker Aiden Rideout, a 5'10", 195-pounder with 4.8 speed. Watch some game film on him. Should be interesting to watch him in contest. Also, big offensive lineman, plays defensive line as well. Aiden Proteet, a 6'7", 275-pound young man. I believe they are both seniors. He'll run a 5'3", 40 as well. So looking at the toss, the coin toss tonight, it looks like McGregor will kick it off and will defend the south goal, going left to right on your screen there, north to the left, south to the right. So McGregor in their road whites, all white uniforms, black helmets trimmed in gold. The West Trojans in their home, all blacks, red and white trimming. Upcoming broadcast next week, we'll be back at McGregor High School as the Bulldogs will welcome in the Hornets of Gatesville High School. Should be a good ball game. Big rival between those two. 7:30 kick is scheduled. We should be on the air about 7:10 or 7:15. Starting lineups on defense. We'll go defense first for the Bulldogs. At left end, Aiden James, number 53. At nose guard, number 54, Matthew Aviles. 65, Edward De La Hoya, and Jaden Osorio, the other defensive end. Outside linebacker, Devin Gipp. Brian Suarez, a lot of tackles, 39 tackles, averaging almost 20 a game. Alex Zaninga at the other outside backer. Secondary will be Nate DeGreat, Enrique Pajoa, Trey Coleman, and Zaire Fitzpatrick. Those are projected lineups, not for sure. I did not get anything back from Coach Quentin White this week, so Coach busy. I do appreciate how busy he has to be. So the Bulldogs will be kicking off. Zaninga tees it up. He'll kick the ball deep. Fair catch, caught about the 22-yard line. So the
fair catch taken by number 14,
Jackson Anderson on the fair catch will start it there for the West Trojans. Was unable to get the officiating crew tonight here, but I am very happy to be up and on the air for you. We'll go over some of the schedules for both of these teams. Both these teams are Division 3A, Division 1 teams. West out of District 5, and I believe the Bulldogs out of District 11. So single setback. That's going to be right out. Handoff up the middle. Stopped right there. Picked up maybe 2.
2-yard gain, 2nd 8.
So 2nd and 8 coming off the bottom of that pile. Big number 77. That's your Gerte. He actually gets the start tonight. So 4-3 lineup for Quentin White's Bulldogs. Man in motion. Pitch to the left side. That's to right out. He tries to turn the corner. Good contain right there. That's one thing that has been plaguing the Bulldogs is last 2 ball games. Teams being able to turn the corner and get big yards. So we're going to look at probably 3rd and 7. 3 wide receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Snap comes back. Under pressure, snips through, comes on to the right, looking for a receiver downfield. Throws it out of bounds. So good job for the Bulldog defense. Lofton on the coverage there as the receiver slid out of bounds. Sorry, I do not have a roster for the West Trojans. So Dogs do a good job here, forcing a 3 and out. Going to take the punt. Right now we'll be going to do the punting. Looks like Fossum and Madron back deep for the Dogs. They're back around their own 35-yard line. Snap is back. Good boot, high spiraling kick. Madron calls for the fair catch. Dogs will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 34. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Try to pick up some scores here in the area as well. Boy, that young man does stick out on defense. 6'7", 275-pounder, Aiden Petite. They'll run a, looks like a 3-4, almost a 3-6 flex. Zacharias keeps a read option. Ball goes off to the left. Put it into the belly of Marcus Simmons. Pulls it back out. Bubba able to pick up a good 5 yards, almost 6 yards. He's the leading rusher for the Bulldogs as well. He's averaging about 59 yards a game. So twins both direction. Fake action, hands off to Simmons, gets up the middle. Good push by the offensive line. He's going to move the chains as he picks up 7 yards as they move it up to the 46. So first and 10 Bulldogs. See if I can get your offensive starters in here in just a second for the McGregor Bulldogs. Same formation. Bubba steps back, drops straight back, looking downfield. Throws it over the middle, just over the outreach hands of Braxton Franks, the very talented tight end. Braxton with 4 touchdowns on the season. He was the leading receiver last week in that loss up at Groesbeck. David Barnett in there as well. So we've got trips to the right, Madron on the left by himself. Handoff comes back, read option. Once again, Zacharias up the middle. Picks up a good 5 yards. Going to be 3rd down and 5 from midfield. Actually, the PA announcer is calling 3rd and 6, so we'll go with what he says. Pote on the stop for the Trojans. Halftime, hopefully we'll have both bands for you here on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Snap back. Zacharias looks over the middle, drops it off to Folsom. Looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down as the senior ran a little slant behind the linebackers. Bubba picked him up and put it right on the number. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So Twins each direction. Simmons off to the left. Hands the ball to him this time. He picks up maybe 3 as he pushes the line forward. Willis makes the stop for the Trojans. They're going to give him a gain of a long 2 there, so 2nd and 8. Simmons moves over to the right side now. Bubba fakes a handoff, looking downfield, throws it into the flat. Little miscommunication. Madron broke in, and he threw it to the outside. So going to bring up 3rd down as the quarterback and his favorite target were not on the same page on that play.
3rd down and 9.
Madron with 4.3 speed on the outside. Young man can fly. 263 yards of receiving that opening double overtime loss at home versus Hillsboro. Tight end formation, and we got movement on the offensive line. It's going to be procedure. They'll move him back 5 yards. Number 78, Jeremiah Wright, the sophomore, was in there. He comes out. Ugarte comes back in. He was the one that was called for the penalty. So they'll back him up 5. That's going to put him just behind the point of where they want to be here.
3rd down and 14.
So 3rd and 14, they call it out. Twins off to the right, single receiver to the left. In motion, that's Fossum. Comes back, Bubba drops back, throws it up the middle to Madron. He makes the completion, spins out of the tackle to the right side, trying to get to the 20-yard line. Is he trying to step it? He cuts it back, and they get him down about the 3-yard line. So Don Madron, with a good job on a little hook over the middle, able to get the completion, fight through a tackle, and get it to the outside on the right, cut it back, and the West Trojans able to get him down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Bulldogs. Barnett moves over to the right side now with Fossum. Fakes a handoff. Bubba Zacharias gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So Bubba gets in on a 2-yard touchdown. The 7:48 mark. Makes it 6-0. So good offensive opening for the Bulldogs as Zeninga will come in to make the extra point, or attempt the extra point, I should say. Madron's holding, snap is back, kick is up, and good. So 7-0. Bulldogs on top 1st quarter at the 7:48 spot.
You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm going to show you those offensive starters for the projected offensive starters. You got Javier Rebola at right tackle, John Gromer, Chase Lillard, Gamer Ugarte, Daniel Barnett, and Braxton Franks up on the front. He's at the tight end. Your wideouts are Dom Madron, David Barnett, and Andrew Folsom. Running back Marcus Simmons, quarterback senior Bubba Zacharias. So the T-Mobile commercial keeps coming through on the stream here. Next week, we should be back on the air as we're going to be back at McGregor.
Number 7, Kirkpatrick on the return.
So on the kickoff, Fitzpatrick gets the return for the West Trojans. Like he ran out of bounds about the 40-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
1st and 10 on their own 40.
All set on the near hash mark. Bulldogs did a good job coming in, giving up almost 50 points a game of getting a 3 and out on that first offensive possession by the Trojans. Now comes back, quarterback follows, running back through the hole. Stood up there, Brian Suarez with another tackle. Number 0, Brian Suarez, a top tackler for the Bulldogs so far this season. Maybe picks up a half a yard. They're going to give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. Trips off to the left, single receiver to the right. Throws it over, bubble screen on the left side, gets by the outside contain, takes it up and out of bounds about the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 47, so able to move the chains. All they did was throw a little bubble screen to the left side. Receivers did a good job of blocking and able to pick up the first down. West going quick now. Pistol formation. Pitches the ball to right out to the right side, cuts it back. Actually, that's number 5. He cuts it up the middle. Great speed. He's going to be brought down from behind. Let's see who got him. It looks like Lofton was able to drag him down from behind. Nice big gain there for the West Trojans. 3 receivers off to the left once again. Single set to the right. Quarterback comes back, another bubble screen, throws it into the dirt, so 2nd and 10. Young man just did not get his feet set. Boy, I wish I had a roster for these West Trojans. So 2nd and 10 from the 23 as the West Trojans try to bounce back after giving up that opening drive touchdowns. Pump and go. He's going to go to the left side, sets up a screen. Nicely done. Nicely done by the Bulldogs as well. Number 40 there for the stop.
Number 40. 3rd down and about 6.
So 3rd and 6. They ran the screen perfectly, but number 40, I do not have him on the McGregor roster, did a good job of coming from the behind the play and tracking down the running back. Number 5's in at running back now for the Trojans. They like to spread it out. 3-step drop, going to run off to the left. Throws it to the outside, gets both feet down. Nice job on the reception out there. Number 4 for the Trojans going to pick up the first down about the 12-yard line, so 1st and 10. So they flip-flop the lines. The trips comes to the right. This time single receiver to the left. Going to throw the bubble out to number 1. Makes a man miss. 2 men miss. Fights through a tackle. Gets down to about the 3-yard line. 3 or 4-yard line. Alex Zaninga on the stop for the Bulldogs as the West Trojans continue to pressure the defense here. Quick reverse pivot and throw on the screen to the right side. McGregor in their road white uniforms tonight. And off number 5, cuts it back up into the end zone. So a 3-yard touchdown for the West Trojans. The 5:36 mark makes it a 7-6 score. Number 24 appears to come in for the extra point. Sorry, folks. I wish I had the name for the Trojans. Soccer-style kicker on the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and it looks good. So we'll take a quick break, come back in just a second. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
Thank you for tuning in to C-Bus Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at C-Bus Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
Deep for the Bulldogs, number 1, Dominic Madrone, and number 17, Andrew Fossett. Kicking off, number 24, Bryce Cunningham.
So Bryce Cunningham kicking it off for the Trojans, 7-7 here. Good kick, kicks it clear out of the end zone. Drone lets it go over his head, so the Bulldogs will start at their own 20. First time I ever had the feed come in like this, where it was delayed a bit. We do apologize. So Bubba Zacharias leads the Bulldog offense back out onto the field. Frank's the tight end to the right side. Folsom on that side as well. Madron split out to the left. Snap comes back, hands it off to Simmons. He's stopped in the backfield. Good defensive push there by the interior part of that 3-4 defense of Coach David Woodward. So 2nd and 10, Simmons unable to pick up a yard. So Bubba moves him to the left side, trips to the left. 3 speedsters there. Hands it off to the outside, nothing there. Braxton Frank's unable to get the block, so Simmons could turn the corner. They're going to lose about 4, maybe 2. Loss of 2 is going to be 3rd and 12 from their 22. Bubba rolls off to the right, looking downfield, hips it up, tries to get it to Franks. Good defense there as he put it on his hip, but the defensive player was right there to break it up. So going to be a 3 and out for the Bulldogs. Actually, they're keeping the offense on the field. To 2 tight end formation. They're going to do a quick kick here with Bubba Zacharias. Steps back, gets it up into the air. Looks like it's going to roll dead down around the 41-yard line of the Trojans. So nice job there by Bubba Zacharias. Last 2 weeks, the Bulldogs have had trouble with that long snap back to their punter. I think they've had 2 or 3 turnovers in the first 2 ball games. So Coach White deciding to go to just a short kick with the quarterback dropping back to kick it away, and Bubba did a good job of getting a good foot into that one. So after driving 60 yards in their last offensive possession, the West Trojans will bring it back out. 2 running backs in the backfield now. Twins right, single receiver to the left. Number 5 in the backfield, steps away out of 1 tackle, sits it off the tackles, gets stood up. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Ball is loose as Brian Suarez jumps on it, but I think they're going to say he was down.
First man there for the Bulldogs, number 40. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
So picks up 4 yards, 2nd and 6 for the Trojans. Offset I. Pitch to right out, coming to the right side. Does he get contained? We got a flag down, usually in the area of holding. Let's see. He picks up the first down, but let's see what the officiating crew says. The referee threw the flag. That's usually a holding call.
Holding, number 51 offense. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
So holding on 51, it could be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So that negates the first down by the West Trojans. Zaire Fitzpatrick came up and turned him back in, but he already had picked up the yards to make for the first.
Second and 16 for West.
So 2nd and 16 from their own 35-yard line. Right out in motion, goes out to the screens, out there, one-on-one. Nice single tackle there by Braxton Franks. Did a good job on right out as the shifty back was able to make a move, but Braxton did not bite on it, made a great open field tackle. As Lofton comes in, he'll play that outside corner now, the short side corner. Man in motion comes to the right. We've got a penalty, or they pre-snap penalty. Looks like procedure maybe on the Trojans. Officials, once again, they're not really throwing the flag up in the air. They just kind of toss it to their side. Makes it hard to see during the play. 2:56 left, first quarter, knotted at 7 between McGregor and West. And they get the 5 yards right back as they draw the Bulldogs offside. Number 21 making contact. That's Devin Grip, the junior linebacker, was playing in the down position. So they give him the 5 yards right back. So it's going to make it about 3rd and 13 now. And Grip runs off the field as he is replaced. So 3 receivers to the left, like the one-on-one coverage to the right. Quarterback rolls to the right, looking downfield. Little out pattern, throws it out of bounds. Nice job. The coverage there forced him to take it out of bounds. Nate the Great on the coverage. So the Bulldogs were forced another punt here. So good defensive job as Madrone and Folsom go back deep.
Deep for the Bulldogs, number 17, Andrew Bosun. And number 1, Dominic McGregor.
So Dom, the speedster back there. Folsom does a good job on the returns as well. Right out, gets a good kick, spirals off to the right side. Madrone takes it about the 32, makes one man miss, almost missed. Actually, that's Folsom. It's hard to read these numbers. Folsom took that, got about a 2-yard gain, gets it out to the, or 2-yard return, out to the 30-yard line. Will be on the near hash as the Bulldogs will come back out for their 3rd offensive possession. Looked really good in that first one, kind of struggled there. Got behind the chains a little bit with that first down, no gain, and the 3-yard loss on the second run to the right side. So we'll see if Coach White, there is a flag on the play, so they're marking off. Looks like 10 yards, so probably a holding or a block in the back. Let's see what they call. So they're now back to the 15 or the 20-yard line, excuse me. We're not going to get an indication.
Bulldogs start 1st and 10 on their own 20.
So 1st and 10 from their own 20, no signal of what the penalty was. So Twins both directions. Claps his hands. Bubba drops straight back. He's going to rush to the right side, flings it. Ball was picked off as he hung up just a little bit and steps out of bounds. So first turnover of the night. Looks like number 3 picks it off. Bubba threw that off his back foot, trying to go to Franks down the sideline, just underthrew it. Nice undercut on the route there as the defender was able to come up with the interception. That comes at the 2:17 mark in the first quarter, so another opportunity here for the West Trojans to get some offense started in the Bulldogs side of the field. So trips off to the right. Quick bubble screen, throws it over to number 1, gets some blocking, shakes off one blocker, cuts it back to the inside, pushes down to the 20, maybe down to the 18. So they like running those bubble screens to the outside. Fitzpatrick on the stop for the Bulldogs, but another nice gain as they get it down to the 19-yard line. So a pickup of 19 on the play. So West continues to attack the outside edge of the Bulldog defense. Right out off to the left side. He takes the handoff up the middle. Makes one man miss. Suarez there with the stop as they rugby scrum. They finally blow the whistle dead. Those two, both young men are pretty stout young men with pretty good contact there. Franks comes in at that wide side linebacker position. So right out, set off to the right side of the quarterback. Throws it on a flat flare. Gets to the outside. Franks makes the tackle or attempted tackle. He broke out of that, and the receiver got down to the 2-yard line. I believe Suarez was there on the stop once again, so West is going fast, not giving the Bulldogs an opportunity to substitute here. As they get up to the line of scrimmage, 1st and goal from the 2. Right out. Quarterback puts it in his belly. He tries to keep it and goes around the left end. That's going to make it a 7-13 score with a 2-yard touchdown run. With 57 seconds left. I believe it's Kripp. I think that the quarterback's name is Kripp. So Bryce Cunningham to attempt his second PAT tonight, trying to push it up to a 14-7 ball game. Snap comes back, hold is down, kick is up, and good. So 7-14 is your score. We'll take a quick break, come back just a second on CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Chris Coakley back here at CBUS Sports Broadcasting. 14-7 your game. 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. So West kicks it off again. Young man has a great leg down to the 3-yard line. Fossum. Stutter steps, gets up to about the 18, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18 for the Bulldogs. Darnell in on the stop as well for the West Trojans. So last offensive possession did not go well. First pass attempted by Bubba Zacharias was picked off on the left sideline. So his second interception of the season. Snap comes back after clapping the hands. Hands it off to Marcus Simmons. Breaks out of the tackle in the backfield. I believe it was Marcus. Let's see. So it is Simmons, number 6. They lose 2. Right out from his middle linebacker position. Shot the gap and made a nice defensive play. Clock continues to wind down. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pulls it out, looking downfield. Bubba takes it down on the outside third, jumps up, and incomplete pass. I believe he was going for David Barnett. Cunningham on the defense for the West Trojans as Barnett went up and ran a little out flag pattern.
Intended for number 33, David Barnett. Third down.
So 3rd and 12 now. Almost certainly a passing down. Let's see if they play it conservative. Bubba drops back, steps up, throws the ball underneath, gets it to Fossum, I believe, makes a good cut. He's got the first down. He's got some more room to the 35, stutter step, gets down the sidelines, makes a couple men miss. Then Cunningham lays the wood to him as he knocks him out of bounds and kind of stands over him. I'm surprised there's not a penalty there, as Fossum needs attending to by the training staff. Cunningham came up with a nice shot and knocks him out of bounds, but Andrew did a great job of dancing around.
Third down.
So there is a flag on the play once again. Looks like they're bringing that one back. Officials do not throw the flag up in the air. They just drop it on the ground. It's very hard to see from a broadcaster's perspective as you're making the call that you can't see a flag go up. So let's see what the call is.
And that marks the end of our first quarter.
So they let the quarter run out. We'll take a quick break. Hopefully we'll get an explanation of what happened there. Chris Coakley, CBUS Sports Broadcasting. What if you could go behind the scenes with athletes and coaches? Join Ken Carpenter, a veteran high school baseball coach, weekly as he examines success, failures, and life lessons in sports. Each episode provides valuable insight and understanding of playing or coaching team sports. Check out and follow his Athlete One podcast at athleteone.net. Great insight for coaches, parents, and student athletes. Upcoming schedule for McGregor football. Next Friday night, they'll be back at home as they host the Hornets of Gatesville. That's a 7:30 kick. Then they'll be on the road on the 26th at Fairfield. They'll take their break, their bye week, as everybody does in the state of Texas. Come back on the 10th, home against Cameron. On the road on the 17th at Rockdale, home against Franklin. Away at Little River, then home at Troy. We're going to have all the home games. We're going to try to get that Little River game as well if we can. So it's going to be about 3rd and 8. Not sure what the penalty was, but nice job. Andrew Fossum was able to get up and run off the field, so that's a good sign. Did a great job of getting through the defense there. So Bubba's looking over at the sideline. The offensive coordinator, they drop back into a straight 3-3 now. Press coverage on the outside. Looks downfield over the middle to Madron. Madron makes a cut to the right side, gets to the outside on the left, makes another man miss. Cunningham brings him down about the 45-yard line. So ran a little slant route over the middle with Dom Madron. They keep saying Madron. I thought it was Madron. We'll go with what the PA announcer is saying. But 1st and 10 as the Bulldogs move the chains. I'll have to get clarification from that on Coach White. Hands the ball up the middle. Marcus Simmons makes a man miss. Actually, number 13. Hunter Pettit makes a stop. Number 18. We don't have an 18 on the roster for McGregor.
3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7. Twins off to the left. Once again, 18 up the middle. Going to pick up one more yard. Going to be 3rd and 6. Maybe 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 6 is how they mark it. So Barnett comes back into the ball game. You have one of your leading receivers in threats, and Andrew Fossum out here. See if he goes back to Dom. So we got a penalty. Marcus, or the running back, kind of stepped forward, so it's going to be a 5-yard procedure penalty. So instead of 3rd and manageable at about 6 yards, now you're at 3rd and 11. So once again, the penalty's hurting the Bulldogs here. Look for Franks over the middle, up the seam. Bubba drops back, rolls to the right, throws it downfield. Barnett right in his hands and drops it at the 33-yard line. Bubba Zacharias put it right on the spot. David Barnett could not reel it in. There is a flag on the play, though. I can see it there in the backfield about the 30-yard line. So they picked up the flag. I guess there's not a flag. Either that or West, if it was on McGregor, declined it. So Zacharias steps back. He's going to short kick it here on the pooch kick. Ball dropped off the hands of the receiver, back around the 17-yard line, picks it up, moves to the right, gets a block, gets out of bounds about the 25. So that was fortunate for the West Trojans. He was able to corral that loose ball on the field. So another good kick once again by Bubba Zacharias on the punt. The officiating crew meeting once again. I'm not seeing a hanky on the field, but as mentioned in other broadcasts, the officials are just not demonstrative with their calls or their flags. It's really hard to pick up. 10:25 in the second quarter. The home team leads 14-7 as they come back out on offense. Standard offensive set for the Trojans. You're going to go trips one way, single receiver to the other. Running back's going to be offset to the same side as the single receiver. Number 5 is in for the running back right now for West. Bubble screen out to the right side, or swing pass, I should say, met right there. Good job by the Bulldog defense. So Perez, number 5, the running back, gets the catch. Lofton on the stop for the Bulldogs. He did a good job of snuffing that out. Right out comes back in. So they'll go with a 2-back set now. Right out, more of a power back. Does have good speed, though. He's going to set up to the right side. Quarterback's going to roll to the left, look downfield. Ball intercepted there. I believe it's number 3, Zaire Fitzpatrick. Threw that into no man's land. A miscommunication. One receiver cut in, the other receiver cut out, and right where it left the gap, Zaire Fitzpatrick stepped in and picked it off. So nice job defensively for McGregor. So it gives them an opportunity at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 in Trojan territory to get some more points on the board and possibly equal this one up. Coming up at halftime on the Sofiaro Dog Grooming and Boutique halftime show. We'll go over some local scores if we can get those listed to us on ScoreStream. And also, hopefully, depending on the broadcast, we'll listen to both the high school bands. Zacharias fakes a handoff, goes left, met in the hole. I believe that's right out, came up from his linebacker spot and made the stop. Right out once again. He's filling that spot defensively. So Bubba picks up no yardage on the first down. Looks like Fossum's back in there, so that's good news. We got trips to the left. Watch for the switch over here. He looks left, looks downfield. Bubba pulls it down, goes up the middle's met. Maybe picks up a yard as the the Trojans had great coverage. The trips tried to on the left side did a veer pattern and tried to create confusion and set picks, legal picks. But the Trojans did a good job of defending it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now from the 24. Frank's in the slot on the right side. Bubba swings out that side, throws the ball downfield to Madrone. Looks like Dom's going to pick it up at about the 13-yard line. That'll move the chains if it is. So first down for the Bulldogs. Ran a little Murphy out route. Went down about 15 yards and cut it out. Nice route. Got both his feet down. Only in high school, you only need to get one down. Bubba asks for the snap. Hands it off to Simmons. He tries the right side. He gets stuffed. Maybe that's Lofton. No, it is Simmons. I thought Lofton might have been in there. So Petter on the stop. Number 11 for the Trojans. 2-yard loss. Cannot get the running game going tonight for the McGregor Bulldogs. Bubba asks for the snap. Claps the hands. Fakes a handoff. Looks left. Throws the out route. Throws it up high. Got it over the intended receiver. I think it was intended for Fossum, but Cunningham put some pressure on him. So going to be 3rd and 13 now. 3rd and 12 from the 15. They can get a first down to the 2 or 3-yard line. They are in Zuniga's range. He does have a good leg. Rolls it to the right, kicks back over the middle, in the slows. We got an interference call coming from the back judge as Braxton Franks hit up the seam. I don't know if it was on number 1. They're going to call hold or interference.
Pass interference, number 11 defense.
So pass interference, they called it on number 11. That should be an automatic first down. Discussion here.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
So they're going to make it down to the 4-yard line. So first and goal for the Bulldogs. Look for Zacharias to follow Simmons through the hole here on the left side. That's one of the things they've liked to do recently in these types of situations. Hands it off to Simmons, gets down to the 2 or the 3. Nice job as 23 and 1 combine on the tackle for the West Trojans.
Second goal.
So 2nd and goal. They do have a jumbo formation that the Bulldogs like to use. They use in that Hillsborough game in these situations as well. Zacharias steps back, looks over, going to try it up the middle, cuts back. Bubba leans into the end zone and forces it in. Another 3-yard touchdown for Bubba Zacharias at the 7:17 mark. So Bubba with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening. As the clock's still running, not sure why they actually was at the 7:17 mark. I'm sure they'll try to reset that. So Zuniga in for the extra point to try to tie it up at 14 apiece. Alex knocks it through, so there we are.
Your new score was 7:03 after the first half. We're tied at 14.
So we'll take another break here. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Where do my friends and other students find their voice? We find our voice through the performing arts, along with millions of other high school students. By expressing yourself in a role on stage, through an instrument, or at the debate podium, the performing arts give us freedom to find ourselves, to find our place. The stage is where I can play, perform, and compete with my friends.
Performing arts at your school is where creativity meets courage. Encourage the students in your life to find their voice through the performing arts. This message presented by the NFHS. where we encourage all students to play, perform, and compete together.
Nice job by the Bulldogs, able to get some points on the board after the interception by Zaire Fitzpatrick. Just waiting for the camera to come back, folks. I do apologize for that. So there we go. So Zaninga will tee it up from his 40, the little pooch kick. Gets it up in the air to the left side. Nice job on the return there. Gets about an 8-yard return. Let's see who it was. Number 80, nice job. They like that pooch kick. They'd usually do that to keep it away from the return threats. But it does give the West Trojans good field position here to start this drive at the 6:58 mark. They did not correct the clock. Folks, I'm telling you, that touchdown was at the 7:17 mark, and they let it run down to 7:03. So first and 10 from their own 44. And off up the middle, tries to force it in the backfield. Who is that? Number 65. Nice play defensively. De Hoya's on the stop there, so Edward got in there from that defensive tackle position and disrupted that play right away. Loss of 2, so 2nd and 12. That 4-man front is pretty stout for the McGregor Bulldogs. Quarterback follows his running back through the hole, gets a nice cut. Big gain is Lofton. Jumps on his back, and he takes a ride clear down to the 37-yard line. First down, West. So the quarterback showed his running ability there as he followed the running back right through the hole. Made a nice cut off to the left. Trips off to the right. Hands it off to Perez once again, down to the 30 or 29-yard line. Looks like it to the 30, so picks up 8. Suarez on the stop once again for McGregor. Going quick. Quarterback to the sweep to the right side.
Inside the 15.
So gets down to the 15, down to the 12. Just able to follow his blockers once again. The offense is attacking that outside edge of McGregor. Able to find success there. We do have some scores coming across, so we'll go over those at halftime as well. Hands the ball to Perez up the middle. Fighting. Gets a good push by that offensive line. I think he picked up about 4 yards.
Suarez once again for the Bulldogs. Gave him about 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
So 2nd and 4 from the 6. Quarterback sweep to the right side. He gets it back. He's into the end zone once again. So 2nd rushing touchdown for the West quarterback. This time a 4-yarder. Pushes the score back up to 14-20. West on top. Cunningham to attempt the PAT.
Cunningham on to attempt the point after.
Long snap, comes back at 7. Good loft on the kick, makes it good. So back to a 7-point lead for the West Trojans here over the McGregor Bulldogs. 5:25 left before halftime. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
So back here live, Bulldogs having trouble stopping that offense of the West Trojans. 21 points on the board here in the first half. There's the kick. And into the end zone for another touchback. Man, that young man has a fantastic leg. So 1st and 10 from the 25. Bulldogs were able to fight back and get a touchdown last time. Bubba Zacharias with 2 rushing touchdowns so far on the evening. Passing game at times has not looked as crisp as it has in the first 2 ball games, but credit that to some of the pressure that West is putting on Bubba Zacharias, one of the top 20 quarterbacks here in Central Texas. So Madrone off to the right side in single coverage. I like that matchup anytime he has single coverage on the outside. Bubba gets the snap, fakes the handoff, actually hands it to Simmons. Simmons fights up to the off the left side, off tackle, picks up maybe 2.5. Marcus just unable to get anything going consistently. Once again, good defensive play by the Trojans. So Twins both directions. Bubba drops back, looking downfield, nothing there, rolls to the right, flips it out there. Braxton Franks with the reception, and he gets laid out. Helmet's lost. Number 29 on the stop, I believe, so Braxton will have to take a play off as his headgear came out. David Barnett will replace him. So 1st down, good job by Braxton Franks hanging on to that as he took a heck of a hit. Bubba fakes a hand, actually hands it off to Simmons. Simmons left side, fights through 3 or 4 tackles, turns the legs, gets it up to the 45, so a nice 6-yard gain on 1st down. Boy, any offensive coordinator is going to love that when you pick up 6 yards on 1st down. Opens the playbook up a lot more.
6 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 4.
Number 18 offset at the running back position, moves over to the left side now. Bubba gets the ball, keeps it, runs to the left side, gets cut down, maybe picks up a yard, gets it out to the 46, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. So Bubba was trying to get it to the outside. Nice job by the defensive end to turn it back in and make the play. Clock is running at 3:50 here in the first half. Nate the Great in at one of the wideout positions now for the Bulldogs. 2-man drop, throws it deep on the left side, overthrows. So 4th down, I believe the intended receiver might have been Andrew Fossum. But on his hip pocket was Bryce Cunningham, not allowing him to get any separation. So from this position on the field, they've been doing this all night. They've just been pooch kicking it with the quarterback, Bubba Zacharias, dropping back. You can also run something out of this, and that creates a lot of possibilities. He's going to take the snap. They're going to go for it. He's going to push it off to the right side. Got space. Gets the block from Madrone on the outside. Steps through. Fights through another. Keeps his legs going. Gets out to the 44-yard line, or down to the 44-yard line of the West Trojans. Nice job by Bubba Zacharias in keeping the legs going and getting the 1st down. Chains will move. 3:30 first half. Bulldogs down 14-21. Frank's back in there, tight end on the right side. Handoff, Simmons, stutter steps to the outside, turns it, gets out of bounds, going to pick up about 7. So nice play on 1st down. Wasn't Simmons, number 18 again. So nice job opening up the running game. The last couple runs here have been really successful for the Bulldogs of McGregor High School. So it looks like I just lost my picture here. It's frozen up. I do apologize, folks. There comes the stream. It's back now. Sorry about that. Handoff, left side, stutter step, takes a shot. Going to be third down. He kind of lost his footing as he took the shot. I do apologize. Lost the feed here. So definitely 2 down territory here. Pick up as many yards as you can, then you go for it on fourth. We're under 3 minutes now at 2:50 as the clock continues to run. Zacharias steps straight back, lost it downfield. Miscommunication once again. He thought Madrone was cutting to the outside. He broke it off on a post route. Luckily, threw it far enough out of bounds that there was not a Trojan defender there. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, for some reason my screen froze up then, even though the feed was still there. So that's good news. So fourth down. Madrone, single coverage on the right. Handoff up the middle. Tries to force it. I don't think he's going to get the first down. They'll turn it over. So nice job defensively by the Trojans of West High School to hold them there. So it'll be 1st and 10 with about 2:33 left in the half.
West takes over 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line.
So 37-yard line is going to be the place to start here for the Trojans as the offense is still huddled here on the sideline. Coach Woodard. Slow to come out. Clock hasn't started yet. Quarterback looks over the defensive set, puts his running back in motion, fakes the handoff to him, does a little stutter step move as he pushes the pile forward on a nice first down gain, picks up about 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
7-yard gain.
Bubble screen to the right side to Perez. He gets the corner, makes a man miss, cuts back.
Number 6, Cook, check that. Cook will have enough for a West Trojan first down.
Actually, Cook on the reception, not Perez, number 6. So gets it down to the 41-yard line. Clock stops. It should wind here as they set it. See if they get a play off before the 2-minute timeout. I think the coaches are just going to hold them. They're going to let the clock wind, so they'll have a timeout. They'll come back with 2 minutes left here in the first half, leading 21-14. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So after the 2-minute timeout from their own 41-yard line, after the first down, nice job offensively on a couple plays to get them in across the midfield stripe, trying to put another score on the board and double it up before halftime. Trips off to the right, single receiver to the left. He's going to roll to the right, hands it back off to right out. Tries to get the outside. He gets it down to the 30, the 20, down to the 15, out of bounds about the 12. So once again, A little counter-action play. Quarterback rolls to the right, hands it back to the running back coming to the left. He breaks contain on the outside, picks up a big gain as they're knocking at the door inside the red zone now.
First down and 10 for the Trojans.
Once again, quarterback follows right now through the hole, steps over one Bulldog defender, and Suarez cleans him up there, but after a 4 or 5 yard gain. So Brian very active in the middle of that Bulldog defense once again. Defense is averaging giving up almost 50 points a contest. They can hold it here and keep them to a field goal, at least at half, only giving up 24 points. Quarterback once again follows around. Caught in the backfield. Number 65, I believe, makes the stop. Actually, it was number 64, Osorio. So Jaden does a good job in fighting through the blocks. We've got a timeout. Let's look at that Trojan upcoming schedule. They opened up the season with a 35-7 loss at Robinson last week at Addison Trinity Christian. They won 3-0. Of course, home tonight against McGregor. 3 home games in a row. They host Hillsboro. Eagles will come in, then Marlin on the 29th. Take the break. They travel up to May Pearls. They get into district play. On the 17th, home against Mexia. Groesbeck on the road, Grandview on the road, then home to wrap up the season in district play against Whitney. So Bulldogs have got to find a way to make a stand here. Did a good job, 3rd and 12. Osorio did a great job in fighting through that block to cut down the quarterback. And I do apologize, folks. I wish I had a roster for the West Trojans. I have some play sheets on some of their top performers, but no numbers, so I really can't tell you. So Bunce trips off to the right side, right now set to the left. So 3rd and 12 from the 14-yard line. Quarterback's going to step back, going to throw a pass into the end zone. Touchdown. Threw a fade pass on the left side to number 1. So that's going to increase the score to 27-21 pending the PAT. That's a 14-yard touchdown pass. And we've got a penalty flag.
Legal participation. Involved in the line of scrimmage.
So a legal participation call. That score came at the 109 mark in the second quarter. Not sure why the illegal participation call was made. They're going to wave it off.
Number 24, Cunningham on to attempt the play.
So Bryce Cunningham will try to hit his 4th extra point of the evening. Young man's got a fantastic leg. Looks for the snap, asks for it. It's down. We got a penalty flag as he kicks the extra point through, but the flag came from the side judge on the left side, so we're going to see what the flag is, what the penalty is, and whether it will be assessed on the kickoff or will they. So the kick is good. So once again, I'm not sure what the penalty was, but we'll see if anything's assessed against the Bulldogs on the kickoff. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Football Game of the Week.
So back to play here. 28-14 your score. The West Trojans on top of the McGregor Bulldogs as they get ready to kick it off from their 40-yard line. I'm sure Cunningham will get another touchback here. Young man just has a fantastic kicking leg. And it will go 8 yards deep into the end zone. They'll start at their own 25. Sorry, folks, had the graphics still on the page there. Shout out to my buddy Mitch Paleobegas up in New Richmond, Ohio, as he's actually on the road tonight as the Lions are taking on Cincinnati Schroeder. Lions are up 33-14. I believe that game's in the fourth quarter. So I hope Mitchell's having a great call up there. So 1st and 10 from their own 25. Let's see if they can get some yardage downfield. Bubba drops back. He's looking to the left. He's going to unwind one. Throws it at the feet of Andrew Fossum around the 42-yard line. Ran a little curl route on the inside. Thought he was going to wind it up and go deep, but decided to cut it short. So trips formation here on the right side. Bubba's going to roll to the right, looking in the middle. Looks downfield, nothing there. Just has to throw it away and out of bounds as he gets pressure. His zone coverage did a good job. They dropped back into like a cover 2, and there was nothing open in the spots for Bubba to throw the ball to. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 54 seconds left on the clock. One thing you don't want to do is leave West enough time here to get another scoring opportunity before first half. Safeties are playing 20 yards deep, right on each hash as they play press coverage on the outside. Bubba throws it to Dom Madrone, and looks like they got tangled up, but no call. So going to be 4th down with 50 seconds left. I'm sure they're going to kick it away from here, even though if it's going to be a pooch punt. Can't take the opportunity of trying to get a first down here and give them great field position, at least make them travel the field some distance. Yep, Bubba's going to drop back and take the kick. One step, gets a low line drive. It's going to get a pretty decent roll as he gets it down to about the 48-yard line of West. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 48 with 42 seconds left. Trying to see, they've got 3 timeouts left as well, so they've got plenty of time to try to get the ball into the end zone one more time to push it up to a 21-point lead. As mentioned, we'll go over some scores from Central Texas here at halftime on the Sofiaro Dog Grooming and Boutique halftime show. Plenty of scores out there listed on Score Stream tonight. So 3 receivers split off to the left. Single setback to the right of the quarterback. Setback about the 43-yard line. He fakes the pitch into the right. He comes up the middle. He's met by 4 or 5 Bulldogs as they smother him there as he picks up maybe 1.5 yards, 2 with a good spot. Not sure if I'll be able to bring the bands to you tonight based on what the feed is going to give us. Steps back, bubble screen on the left side, gets through the tackle, tries to fight through another one to get to the outside, but they keep him in bounds as Fitzpatrick on the tackle. They call a quick timeout with 11 seconds left as they get it down to about the 46-yard line, 46-47 of the Trojans. Of the Bulldogs. Next week's broadcast will be back at home as Gatesville as the Hornets travel eastbound, I should say, on 84. Come into Bulldog Stadium, 7:30 kickoff. We'll be on the air about 7:10. Should be a packed house. Those two schools always like to get after each other. As mentioned, we'll be doing all the McGregor home games this year, and we're going to try to do the little River game, Little River Academy game down in Temple. I believe that's on the 31st of October. Then McGregor winds up the season at home versus Troy. Let's see if we can get back to action as soon as the feed comes back into play.
Green on the reverse.
So they run a reverse according to the PA announcer. He's still up and spinning. Clock is going to expire as he gets it down to about the 12-yard line, but that'll be halftime. We'll take a quick break and come back with some scores and from around Central Texas, as well as hopefully both the high school bands here on CBUS Sports Broadcasting. At Sofiaro, we believe that every dog deserves a spa day, and what better way to pamper your pooch than with our fully equipped mobile grooming service. We bring the salon to your driveway so your furry friend can enjoy a stress-free grooming experience without the hassle of car rides or waiting in line. From a simple bath to a full-on makeover, our gentle and loving groomers are here to make your pup look and feel fabulous, all while keeping the tail wags and barks of joy coming. So sit back, relax, and let us turn your pup into the best-dressed dog on the block. Call or text 254-992-2393 to book your next appointment. You can also set up an appointment on our Facebook page by clicking on our online booking link.
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Halftime here at West High School. Sorry for the feedback there. Forgot to turn one of the buttons off. Your halftime score, 28-14. The West Trojans up on the McGregor Bulldogs. Let's kind of look at that first half scoring for you. McGregor gets on the board first as Bubba Zacharias with a 2-yard touchdown run in the first quarter at 7:48 mark. Zazinga with the extra point, 7-0. Didn't take long for the Trojans to get back on a 3-yard touchdown, or 3-yard touchdown run, at the 3:30 mark. Extra point is good as well. Knots it up at 7 apiece. West, once again, the quarterback, I believe it's Grips or something, and that, it's hard to pick up the PA announcer, but he picked up a 2-yard touchdown run to make it 13-7 at the 57-second mark. Bubba Zacharias, after the PAT, comes back with another 3-yard touchdown run to knot it up at 14 with the Zazinga hitting the extra point. Then the quarterback, once again, for the West Trojans, able to pick up a 4-yard touchdown run with a Cunningham extra point at the 5:25 mark, 21-14, and a 14-yard touchdown pass with the PAT at 1:09 left in the second quarter, makes it 28-14. West on top. Let's see if we can tune in and hear the McGregor Bulldog Marching Band.
Performers of the week are Jaden Austin and Andy Bezos. Section of the week is the color guard. The band is under the direction of Crystal Michael, Rebecca Kroll, and Mark Perez. All right, Bulldog fans, get off your seat and on your feet for the McGregor fight song. Let's hear it for the McGregor Bulldog Pride Band.
That was your McGregor Bulldog Marching Band. Let's look at some scores here around Central Texas.
We've invested billions to bring the best network in America to towns like yours. And now we're lighting up Friday night 5G lights for the
See if
second
I can
year in a
pull
row
that up
with
here on the
millions of dollars in
phone.
prizes. Get your school to apply by September 12th at
So Rio Vista
FridayNightFiveGLights.com.
28-0 over Florence at halftime. West Orange, Stark, the Mustangs trail La Vega, the Pirates 23-7. That game's at La Vega. Clifton on top of Italy 14-7 at home. Georgetown East is hosting the Belton Tigers. That's 17-10 at halftime. Valley Mills trails De Leon, the Bearcats, 14-7. Valley Mills is at home. Good game up in Crawford as the Bulldogs hosting the Hamilton Bulldogs. Pirates on top, 7-6, late second quarter. It just refreshed on me, excuse me. Troy down 20-7 at Rogers. That game is on the road for the Trojans. That game is at Rogers. Waco University Trojans over China Spring, 21-7. Lake Belton and Killeen, no score reported there. No score between Mexia and the Gatesville Hornets. That game is at Gatesville tonight. Oglesby and Golston, no score there as well. No score at the Moody. Avant also no score being posted on ScoreStream. Let's see if I can go back up. Hico over Cross Plains, 7-0. Brownswood over Glenrose, 20-0 at the half. So your score here, CBUS Sports Broadcasting,
But now let's make some noise for your West High School Dazzler Dance team.
is 28-14 as the young lady in the press box getting into announcing her dance team. We'll take a quick look at them here in just a second. Let them strut their stuff on CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Dominic Villarena. Senior team member, Taylor Hobbs. The Dazzler of the Week, Trinity Sparkman. The team manager is Layla Cantu. This week, the team will perform to music by Queen.
The West High School Dazzler dance team. Take another quick break here. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Texas at highschoolofficials.com.
Thank you for tuning in to CBUS Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CBUS Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
At Sofiaro, we believe that every dog deserves a spa day, and what better way to pamper your pooch than with our fully equipped mobile grooming service. We bring the salon to your driveway so your furry friend can enjoy a stress-free grooming experience without the hassle of car rides or waiting in line. From a simple bath to a full-on makeover, our gentle and loving groomers are here to make your pup look and feel fabulous, all while keeping the tail wags and barks of joy coming. So sit back, relax, and let us turn your pup into the best-dressed dog on the block. Call or text 254-992-2393 to book your next appointment. You can also set up an appointment on our Facebook page by clicking on our online booking link. Chris Coakley on the Sofiaro Dog Grooming and Boutique Halftime Show. We're going to take a quick listen to the high school band from West High School, the Marching Trojans.
The McGregor West is under the direction of Mark Dorsey, Danny Norton, Toby Coachman, and color guard instructor Calvin McKay. The drum majors are Maddie Thorpe and Grace Bennett. Soloist in the first movement is Isaac Dickers, and the soloist in the second movement is Israel Castaneda. Freshman of the week, the Telephone. Freshman of the week.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You see it like this?
Yeah!
Come on!
For the second year in a row, with millions of dollars in prizes. Get your school to apply by September 12th at FridayNight5GLights.com.
Chris Coakley, live C-Bus Sports Broadcasting. Getting ready to get the second half underway. Still 9 minutes to come out for the warm-up period. Good halftime show by both the high school bands. I'm glad we could showcase both of those for you for a little bit anyway. And looking at this contest, 28-14 your score. McGregor on the road at West. Trojans with a 14-point lead going into halftime. And the way this game started out, it looked very favorable for McGregor, starting off first drive, taking it down the field, and Bubba Zacharias able to get it into the end zone. But West wasted no time in jumping right back, and they got back out to a 14-7 lead before the Bulldogs were able to tie it up late, about midway through the second quarter at the 7:17 mark. Bubba with another touchdown run, knotted it up at 14, and two more scores by the West quarterback, able to getting some things going for himself. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns for the final 2 scores at the half to make your halftime score 28-14. Seems like the West Trojans and deciding to try to attack the outside edge once again of the McGregor defense. They've run a lot of screen sets, bubble screens to the outside, trying to get the quarterback and the running backs to the outside as well. McGregor struggling a little bit once again to get contained, doing better than they did the last 2 weeks. But, yeah, I think teams are going forward are going to try to exploit that outside edge to get some big plays on offense. Defensively, up the middle, Brian Suarez is doing a great job. Another couple nice plays by him. Also, DeGraff in there making some plays Devin Grip was in on a couple plays. Offensively, couple big hits. Offensive in the pass game for the McGregor Bulldogs. Running game started to turn on there a little bit in the second quarter as Marcus Simmons was able to get a couple nice runs. Bubba added to that too. Number 18, I'm sorry, I don't have him on my roster, was able to pick up some nice runs as well. They've got to continue to get that running game going to open up the passing game. A lot of one-on-one press coverage on the outside against these very talented McGregor Bulldogs receivers, and you kind of take them away. You've got to look for the seam, and Braxton Franks has been a big receiver from the tight end position for the Bulldogs so far this season, getting up the seam. So let's see if Coach White can take advantage of that as well. We're going to come back. They still got the camera feed is blocked for me at this point, so probably about 7.5 minutes. We're going to play some more commercials, play some more music for you. We'll be back in just a second and get this second half started here on C-Bus Sports Broadcasting, proud to bring you high school football in Central Texas.
Sounds like yours. And now we're lighting up Friday Night 5G lights for the second year in a row with millions of dollars in prizes. Get yours to apply by September 12th at FridayNightFiveGLights.com.
See if we can take a little peek at some of the NCAA action that's going on right now. Final game tonight action. Big Ten score: Indiana, the number 22 team or ranked team in the country, hosting the Sycamores of Indiana State. Your final 73-0. So the Hoosiers putting it on the Sycamores. Syracuse hosting Colgate tonight, third quarter score. Orangemen are up 45-10. Good game in the Big 12. Houston hosting Colorado, halftime score. Cougars on top of the Buffaloes, 16-14. Another Big 12 game out at Arizona. Kansas State trying to bounce back after they've gotten, they got beat by Army last week. I believe Tarleton State knocked off Army in their first game, but hanging in there 7-3 in the first quarter. Arizona on top. UCLA Big Ten action tonight will host New Mexico as the Lobos come in. That's a 9 o'clock kickoff here Central Time. Big games tomorrow. Looking around, Wisconsin down at Alabama. That's 11 a.m. start. Clemson at Georgia Tech. Don't be surprised if Georgia Tech knocks off Clemson tomorrow. Michigan hosts Central Michigan. Northwestern is hosting number 4 Oregon. Game I'll be at tomorrow, 11 o'clock start over at McLean Stadium as the Baylor Bears welcome in the Bulldogs of Sanford. I'm not looking first chance I get to look inside McLean Stadium. I'm looking forward to that. Me and my oldest son are going over to witness that, so looking forward to that, but not looking for a close ball game at all. Missouri, let's see some games of other interest today or tomorrow. Southern Cal at Purdue. Purdue off to a good start. Number 2, Penn State hosting Villanova tomorrow. SMU travels over to Missouri State. Youngstown State, the Penguins at Michigan State to take on Sparty. Big 10 or Big 12 action. Good game, 2:30 our time. Number 15, Tennessee hosting number 6, Georgia. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders at 2:30 hosting Oregon State. Miami and South Florida, number 5 hosting 18. South Florida's got a potent offense. That game is going to be a lot closer than most people think. My Buckeyes hosting the Ohio Bobcats at 6 o'clock. So the number 1 Bucks host the Bobcats. That should be a good game in the shoe. Illinois plays Western Michigan. They'll host them at home. Late game, Texas A&M at Notre Dame. Another good game. Aggies on the road taking on the Fighting Irish. TCU tomorrow taking on Abilene Christian. Wyoming late as Utah goes in there, 7 o'clock start. Late games, Stanford and Boston College should be a good matchup. Texas State is at Arizona State at 9:30 tomorrow, and Minnesota travels out to Cal to take on the Bears in a Big Ten ACC crossover matchup. So waiting for the feed to come back in, folks. Just trying to kill some time here. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting. We appreciate you tuning in. We try to broadcast a bunch of sports here in Central Texas. Our main objective is to promote high school athletics and student athletes, help them out as much as we can. We love broadcasting high school sports, predominantly football, basketball, and baseball. We're trying to get some more schools on board with us and trying to bring some more games to you. So keep a eye out or check out our website, cbussportsradio.com. Post all our upcoming games there as we get approval to do so. Our next week will be at home again, home for the McGregor Bulldogs, as Gatesville comes about 17 miles east on 84. Should be a good matchup. I'm sure the Hornets will travel very well. They're at home tonight versus Mexia. I'm not seeing a score for the Hornets. Hornets 2-0, starting off very, very well. Oglesby to a good start as well. No score reported. I believe they're at Golston. No score being reported there for 6-man football. Central Ohio Jonesboro in action, Advant in action as well. So going to take a quick break, just try to save the throat as much as I can. Same the windpipe, very hard talking solo for 3 hours. So take a quick break, come right back here. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
number 1, Dominic Madron, and number 17, Andrew Wilson.
Well, they brought back the feed a little bit quicker than I was expecting, so getting ready to start off the second half here with the Trojans kicking off.
Cunningham gets his foot into it. Wilson takes it on about the 2.
So Folsom picks it up on the 2-yard line. Another deep quick. He's fighting. He's going to struggle to get it back to the 10-yard line. So another deep kick by Cunningham. And good coverage there by the Trojans of West High School. So the Bulldogs are going to be starting deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It looks like about their own 13. So they gave him a little bit of forward progress. So let's see if Bubba and the boys can come out and get something going here, put something on the board here to start the second half. Had some flashes of brilliance in the running game. Bubba scoring 2 touchdowns and Marcus Simmons getting some good carries as well. Passing games. Bubba's been off just a little bit tonight, but that's good defense and good pressure in his face. They've been playing good coverage. So fakes the handoff, reads it up the middle. He gets stuffed.
Zacharias on the keeper.
And
Met right there by number 52, Aiden Poteet.
Poteet there, big man, 6'7", 275 pounds. Gets the stop on Bubba Zacharias, 6'2", 180 pounds. So advantage to the defensive lineman. They're in that 3-4 front. So they give him no gain. So 2nd and 10. Bubba drops back, 3-step drop, looks over the middle, nothing there, pulls it down, tries to make a man miss, is going to try to scramble and pick up about 4 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 6. Like I said, once again, great coverage downfield by that Trojan secondary. Bubba just not able to find any open receivers tonight. So 3rd and 4. Not the fact that he's having an off night, it's just playing against good coverage tonight and unable to find some creases in there in the openings. So 3 receivers off to the left. 5-step drop. He's under pressure once again. He's going to loft it up out in the flat, and the ball is picked off for the second time tonight. He just kind of hung that up in no man's land, trying to get it, I believe, to the grade and unable to come down with it. So the second interception of the night for Bubba Zacharias is going to give great field position for the West Trojans in Bulldog territory. They're going to start about the 34.5-yard line for their first possession. So this, with the good kickoff and not able to get any type of return, and good pressure up the middle once again by that defensive front, right in the face of Bubba Zacharias, it forces him into another turnover. So right out, sets himself just to the left side of his starting quarterback, 3 trips to the left. He goes in motion, going to throw it out there in the flat, tried to get the edge. Suarez gets out there and pushes him out of bounds, but he's able to pick up 7 or 8 yards. Once again, attacking the outside edge. Nobody there to turn him back in based on the formation. So good play set up there for the offensive coordinator of the West Trojans. West in their all-black uniforms tonight, red and white trim. McGregor in their white road uniforms. Bubble screen the other side, gets a good block, gets through the crease. They're going to pick up the first down. So with those 3 receivers out there on the right side in the trips formation, 2 good blocks, one-on-one. You make a man miss, you hit the crease, you pick up some yards. So look for the single receiver here on the right side. He has a touchdown here. They're going to run the ball to the left side on the quarterback keeper. Cuts it back up, keeps his legs going, gets some help from his offensive lineman. They're going to push the ball down to about the 8 or 9 yard line. So 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard pickup. Petite is not a petite man. That is a big boy right there. Kind of looks like he might have a cramp as he's trying to stretch himself out at that left tackle position. Waiting for the snap to come back. Follows the running back through the hole, gets it to the outside, trying to get another touchdown as he puts his head down, and the Bulldogs able to tackle him down at the 1-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal. Looking for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. Actually, his 4th. He already has 3, so young man is busy with his legs. As he was tying his shoe there, able to get ready. The clock at 22 seconds. Does a little jet sweep on the reverse. He's going to get into the end zone. West Trojan touchdown at the 9:20 mark here in the 3rd quarter. So West picking up right where they left off. 34-14. That pushes the lead to 20 points, pending the point after touchdown attempt here by Bryce Cunningham. He's knocked all 4 through with plenty of room to spare tonight. So I was hoping that the Bulldogs could take that opening kickoff and get something with it. And player rushes out late for West with 4 seconds. They get the snap off. Cunningham's kick is good. So 14-35, West takes the lead with 9:20 left in the 3rd quarter. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. So getting ready to get this one back underway with a 21-point lead. Cunningham will tee it up once again. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get something better in the return game this time. And Andrew Fossum just puts his hands up, indicating that he's not going to make an attempt. Another touchback, 1st and 10 from their 25 is the second possession of this second half here for the Bulldogs as they're huddled up talking to Coach Quentin White. So single receivers both way, 2 tight end formation. Setback or running back is set off to the left side. Hands the ball off there, breaks it to the right side, cuts it back, gets a block, turns the corner, keeps his feet out to the 40 and knocked out of bounds. So nice first-yard play. Knocked out of bounds by number 29. So Bulldog first down. Nice job of running the ball. He tried it to the left side, nothing there. Bounced it to the right, off the right tackle. So the Bulldogs deciding to go to just a 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end formation here, try to run the ball a little bit. Once again, stopped up the middle. This time, the Trojans are there. Let's see who's at the bottom of the pile. Number 29, once again, who made the stop.
Stop by number 27, right out.
A right out on the stop, the linebacker. Unable to gain anything, 2nd and 10 from their own 40. Very important here. The Bulldogs get something down the field. Snap comes back. Pulls it out, hits Franks on the tight end on the cross, makes a man miss, comes back, cuts it up the field, gets about 9 yards on the gain, does a good job, just ran a little drag pattern across from his tight end position. Going to be 3rd down and about 1.5. They're calling it 2, or 3rd down, excuse me, a long 1. Snap comes back. Zacharias pulls it out, tries to get the edge, leans forward. I think he's going to get the first down if he gets the spot. Number 11 came up and made the hit, and Bubba was able to fight through it. The 6'2" frame, able to lean out and get the first down, so the Bulldogs move the chains. Trying to play a little smash mouth football here and get some one-on-one coverage on the outside. 4-3 defense. Running back once again, number 18, doing a good job, puts his shoulder down, picks up a long short four there. Going to mark him just a little bit short of the 46-yard line. 40 is the yard or the marker to make for the first down. So 2nd and 6. Little up-tempo. They're going a little bit quicker. Zacharias fakes a handoff, throws it out into the flat, and he drops the ball. It was number 44. Number 40. Not on my roster as well, but Zacharias, tight end on a drag underneath the linebackers, came free, and Bubba put it right on the numbers. He's unable to hold on to it. Would have been a first down, so 3rd and 6 now. Hands the ball off, met in the backfield and dropped. So they're going to lose 2 yards. So nice defensive play. Number 11 knifed in from an outside linebacker position. So 4th and 9 now. Bulldogs look like they're going to go for it from the 48-yard line or 49-yard line of the West Trojans. See if Bubba gets on the move and rolls out and tries to hit one of his 2 receivers here. Under pressure, makes a man miss, steps up, makes another man not miss, and loses another 2 yards. So 4th down, they'll turn it over on downs. So right out with the tackle once again. Sorry, folks, the camera feed looking a little discombobulated here. So the Bulldogs will turn it over on downs.
First and 10 West from the Bulldogs 49.
So 1st and 10 from the 49. The West will take over here. Once again, folks, I apologize. I hope they get the camera feed straightened up. Trips off to the left, single receiver to the right. Set back off to the right. He'll go in motion. That's Perez. Fakes the pitch to him. Quarterback takes to the outside. He'll pick up a good 7 or 8 yards as he makes a couple Bulldogs miss.
Stop made by number 50, Chase Lilliard.
So Lilliard on the stop for McGregor. Snap comes back, looks downfield, gets it into the flat on the right side, makes the player miss, down to the 30, out of bounds at the 25, so they'll move the chains once again. So Fossum on the stop, actually is number 12, plays defense, plays safety, and that's Trey Coleman for the Bulldogs. So nice play design once again. Found the player in the flat on the wide side, gets it into one-on-one. You make a man miss, you get the ball downfield. Quarterback bubble screen right side now. Nice job by the Bulldogs on that one. That was Braxton Franks. He sniffed that one out and planted number 3 for a 4-yard loss. So nice job by Braxton Franks there. West really hasn't gone downfield in the passing game. I think the longest pass was on the fade and that second quarter touchdown. Quarterback snap, straight back. He's going to take to the left side. He gets contained, breaks contained on the outside, down to the 10, the 5, and they get him out of bounds about the 2-yard line. Once again, exploiting the outside edge of the McGregor Bulldogs.
On the 5-yard line.
So actually, they knock him out of bounds, or he stepped out of bounds at the 5. West going quick. Bulldogs weren't set. Quarterback takes a direct snap. He pushes it forward. Now he gets down. Touchdown. He punches it in for his 4th touchdown. of the evening. 14-41 your score. A 5-yard touchdown run for the quarterback. Once again, folks, I apologize. I do not have a roster for the West Trojans. So at the 5:23 mark, they're going to try to make it a 28-point ball game.
Cunningham on to hit the point after.
$14 on the play clock. Comes back. Good low snap, Good job by the holder, picking it up and putting it down for Cunningham to nail the extra point. 42-14 your score. Take a quick break. Bring this one back. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Spirit gear down there. Please go visit them. If you have not been the sponsor and join the big stuff down there, all proceeds benefit. We have all customers. Cunningham to kick off.
Well, Cunningham once again getting ready to boot it away. 28-point lead now. Bulldogs find themselves in a hole on the road once again as they fell last week 45-27 over at Groesbeck. So first and 10 from the 25 at the 5:23 mark here in the third quarter. Excuse me, folks. I forgot to hit the graphics off. I do that all the time. Got to push the ball downfield. I did like how they came out in the two tight end set. They were able to run the ball a little bit. But West made some adjustments and stopped that. They're back to, looks like, their regular offense now. Hand off up the middle. Unable to clear the defensive line as Marcus Simmons is taken down by Rideout once again for no gain. So second and 10.
No gain on the play.
So Frank's the tight end on the right side, two receivers. Gets it to Simmons on the corner, tries to cut it back, cuts it back towards the middle, able to get positive yard. Nice run. That was all Marcus Simmons right there. Got a couple blocks, nice blocks on the outside on Rideout, one of the wide receivers. I don't know if it was Folsom or DeGreat that was able to put a block on Rideout. So 3rd and 1 now. So nice run there by Marcus Simmons. See if Bubba pulls it in. A little read option here. They're going to throw the ball downfield, tries to get it to Folsom. And ball falls incomplete. Nice coverage. Had to fit it into a pocket there. Trying to see who was in coverage. He was step for step with him.
Defending on the play for the Trojans, number 20, Hunter Rudden.
So number 20, Hunter Rudden, was on the coverage there. Nice job with Andrew Fossum. He is a good, speedy receiver, and he was step for step and used the sidelines as a defender. So 4th and 1 now from their own 39-yard line, or 33-yard line, excuse me. Hands the ball off, gets met, pushes forward. Nice effort there by Marcus Simmons as he was met about 2 yards to make the first down and fought his way through it to move the chains. So nice leg work there by Marcus Simmons. Down by 28, playing for Pride now. Keep the fight in the dog. Fakes the handoff, takes it to the right or left side, gets upended as he picks up about 7 or 8, closer to 8, almost 9 yards. So Bubba Zacharias on the quarterback keeper to the left side. He comes up hobbling just a bit. He took a pretty good shot there as he went down to the turf. He's still leaning over just a bit, so must have got the wind knocked out of him a bit. Stretching the hands up, looks over the sideline, gets the play call. As it's 2nd and 1, they'll take it from their own 46-yard line. Hands the ball off. Simmons fighting. Actually, it's not Simmons. Number 18 comes in to relieve Marcus. And they're going to mark it and move the chains. Boy, that was awful close. Bulldogs will take it. It's able to put a couple first downs together here at the 3:04 mark. We're in the 3rd quarter. Your score is 42-14. So Frank steps in at the tight end position on the right side, twins over to the left. Folsom at the bottom of the screen, fakes a handoff, fakes a bubble screen. Bad Bubba looking downfield, then just throws it out in the flat and throws it away as he got some pressure, 2nd and 10. The Trojans were able to bring some pressure. Looked like Rideout came right up the middle on the blitz. As Bubba took a step back and just didn't find anybody open, so smartly just threw it away out of bounds. So fakes a handoff right side, makes a man miss, gets out to about the 49-yard line as he crosses midfield. Young man 76 comes up, looks like he's going to come off as he made the tackle. He's got a cramp. It's going to be a 3rd and long 7 here. Actually, they're saying it's close to 6 yards, so Barnett back in the ball game in the slot on the left side. Coach White's going to take a timeout. We'll take one too. C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
Last week, folks, I was prepared to announce and recognize that the parents' night is Dr. John Crowder announced the parents' night. I want to thank you for that. Longtime West High School, West ISD board member and pastor of the First Baptist Church in the West. So thank you, Dr. Crowder, for announcing our parents' senior night.
So after the timeout, going to be about 3rd and 6, almost 7 yards for the first down. Let's see what Bubba and the boys can do here. Folsom in motion, comes around, fakes it, drops it over the middle, picks it up. I believe it's Madron. He drops the ball after the completion, and the Trojans fall on top of it. So he hit him on a slant pass about the 31-yard line, and Dom was able to make the reception, but took a couple steps, took a lick, and put the ball on the turf, and Trojans were able to pick it up for the 3rd turnover on the evening. Nice-looking drive comes to an end, and Dom just took a hit right on the ball, was able to control it, and fortunately, if you're a Trojans fan, it's a turnover and 1st down and 10. From their own 24-yard line, or 26 or 27-yard line, excuse me. They move it out to the 29. The 151 left in the quarter. 28-point lead. If they score on this possession, the clock will be a continuous clock until that 30-point deficit is erased. Lofton into the ball game, playing corner here on the near side. Perez in motion, fakes a step, goes back. Quarterback is met in the backfield. Number 65 breaks in there, did a great job. Edward De Hoyos again called his name a few times tonight. So nice job defensively. The Bulldogs able to force a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 from the 27 now. Going to roll off, try to counter, hand it off to Reinhout. That's Perez to the left side. So they kind of did a little bit of a counter action as the quarterback rolled out to the right, handed it back to the running back coming up to the left. And the Bulldogs were right there, 77. Yurgurte on the stop. Pantoja into the game as well. Quarterback, Suarez on the blitz. He's going to get met in the background. Bryan did not get the sack. Let's see who picked it up for the Bulldogs as the quarterback comes up limping. I believe it was number 72 on the stop. He goes off limping as well. Daniel Barnett, I think he got the sack as the quarterback is hobbling off as well. 4th and 18, they'll have to punt it. Right out is your punter, so he's gotten off a couple nice spirals with hang time tonight. Madrone and Fossum back deep. Another good kick. Fossum at about the 37-yard line. Makes a man miss, tries to find a crease, gets up to the 42-yard line. Nice return, good job defensively on the coverage. So we're going to stop the clock with 3 seconds left in the third quarter. So they'll wind the clock on the snap, and that'll, after the play, we'll switch ends and go into the fourth quarter. 42-14 your score. The home Trojans on top of the visiting Bulldogs of McGregor High School. So the turnover didn't hurt the Bulldogs. They're able to do a 3 and out and get them to punt the ball away.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs take a timeout with 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Trying maybe something about the formation they didn't like. Next week we'll be back at home as the Bulldogs will host the Hornets of Gatesville. I'm going to see if there was a score on the Gatesville-Mexia game. If anything come across. Clifton up 21-7 in the third. Still no score reported in the third quarter down at Moody as the Bearcats host Bremen. $21-0 at half. The Hornets on top of the Black Cats. So after the timeout, 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. They do have quick play explosion. Zacharias fakes a handoff, rolls to the right. He's going to throw the ball away, so that'll end the third quarter. We'll flip ends and switch it around. We'll come back in just a second on C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
At the end of our third quarter play, your score at 3, West 42, McGregor 14.
So after the incompletion, the quarter ends. We'll flip sides once again. So Barnett and Madrone they're set to the left side. Snap comes back, rolls off, straight drop back, gets it around. He's going to get met in the backfield and tackled. He'll lose his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. We have an injured player. I believe that was Petit again. 6'7", 275 pounds. Just love that name. So that takes it back to about second and it's just going to be third down and a bunch. So big sack there.
9-yard loss on the play.
That's 3rd and 19. Bubba will have to come out for the play. Actually, they put the helmet back on. I thought he'd have to come out for a play. And he does. So in at quarterback now. I'm sure they'll hand the ball off to Simmons. Hands the ball off to Simmons, left side, gets a crease, picks up 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to be 4th down. They'll have to go for it here as Bubba Zacharias comes back in after having to sit the play out. He's going to drop back. He's going to do a pooch punt here. It looks like he does. A 4th one or 5th one of the night. Gets it downfield pretty good, down about the 30-yard line where it's going to be downed right there. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 11:02 left.
Hey, I haven't seen him tonight, but if you do see Dr. John Crowder, wish him a happy birthday.
So 42-14 your score. I'm sure not what Coach White had envisioned as they traveled up to West tonight. I reached out to the West athletic director and head football coach David Woodard.
First and 10 for the Trojans on their own 30.
Wasn't able to hear back from him, so thought we would try to do this from broadcasting tonight. We do appreciate you guys falling in. We've got an offside penalty there, number 65. Jumped the gun just a bit.
Offside. 65 is the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
So still 1st down, 1st and 5 now. Yeah, me too. Definitely. Sounds good. So handoff, they stop, they whistle it dead. So we've got another penalty flag. Looks like a legal procedure. So they'll just move the ball back 5 yards. So you get an offsides, then you get a procedure penalty. It's got to make a coach pull his hair out. So 1st and 10, handoff in the backfield. He actually pulls it back out as the quarterback takes it down the left sideline. Boy, he came off limping on the last possession. He's not hurt there as the Bulldogs did a great job and met the quarterback and the fullback or the running back in the backfield and smothered the running back, and the quarterback's able to pull it out and take it down the left sideline for a huge gain as they get it down to the 33-yard line. So nice job there by the quarterback read option there, doing a good job of tucking it in and pulling it back out as I thought the Bulldogs had him stopped for a loss. Takes a step back from direct snap, up the middle. He gets met there.
Stop made by number 65, Edward DeHoyos.
DeHoyos once again on the stop on the kind of quarterback draw, quarterback delay. They've been running that quite a bit tonight.
Three-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
So 2nd and 7 as he picked up 3. Ball at the 29-yard line. They're trying to increase this lead. He pitches it off to right now, gets the corner down to the 20, takes a shot about the 18 or 19-yard line. Fitzpatrick on the stop. I believe it was right out once again and was able to turn the corner. First down, they get it down to the 19-yard line. Clock continues to run. We're at the 9:40 mark. Entire offensive unit looking over to the sideline. The coach is just letting the clock run down here before they get the play in, so everybody's on the same page. They get ready to snap the football. Right out, up the middle, off to the left side, and stopped there by one of the Bulldog defensive linemen. Picked up about 2 or 3 yards, maybe just one, a long 1.5. So they do call it a 1-yard gain, 9-yard for the first down. Under 9 minutes now. And they're bleeding every second of the play clock here, folks. Snap back, direct to quarterback, right side. Stutter steps, get to the outside. Met there. We've got a flag down as Brian Suarez comes up and makes a stop for the Bulldogs. Let's see what the officials come up with here. So they call holding on the offensive line. That'll mark it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So they'll get to retry. Be 2nd and about 19. So 2nd and 18 for the Trojans. They've done a good job of getting the ball to the outside once again tonight. Straight drop back, looking on the right side, gets it down in the flat, makes a completion down to the 15-yard line. Number 20 on the reception. So 3rd and 7 here. As they signal in what the offensive set will be here, the formation. We got trips off to the left, single receiver to the right. Quarterback once again, it's going to stay in his hands, I'm pretty sure. Snaps it back, fakes the pass to the left, rolls it out, tried to set up a screen to the right side and just overthrew the intended receiver. Had it set up nicely. They're going to bring on Cunningham, I believe, for a field goal attempt. This young man has a boom of a leg. Did they throw a flag on this play? I didn't see any hankies in the air, but like I said, they just, these crews just drop them on the field and really hard to call.
Ineligible downfield, number 51 in the offense. 5-yard penalty.
So an eligible receiver downfield.
That penalty declined, 4th down.
So the penalty's declined, and it's still 4th down, 4th and 7. So they're going to bring Cunningham on.
Number 24, Cunningham off to attempt the field goal.
Ball will be placed down at about the 22-yard line. So a 32-yard field goal attempt for Bryce Cunningham. I don't think the leg distance is going to be any problem for him, the way he's been kicking the ball off. Snap down, gets it up, and he gets it home. So 14-45, Cunningham with a 32-yard field goal increases that lead. Once again, CBUS Sports Broadcasting. Take a quick break and be right back.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
You're listening to the CBUS Sports Radio High School Football Game of the Week.
So a 31-point lead now in favor of the West Trojans, 45-14. Waiting for the camera feed to come back, folks. There we go. So Cunningham, once again, will be kicking it off. Young man has been very active tonight. I'm very impressed with not only how he plays in the kicking game, but he plays very good on defense as well. Attempt on a return, could be Fossum from about the 9. Right side, gets the crease at the 30. Cuts it back, stutter step, gets met about the 40 or 38-yard line. So nice return for Andrew Fossum as he gets the ball on the kickoff. So 1st and 10 with 7:30 left. Let's see if the Bulldogs can go downfield and put another score in the end zone to give them a little bit of confidence heading into that big game next week versus Gatesville. Only 17 miles separate those two schools. Gatesville, a Division IV school. 4A2, I believe. We'll get more information as I talk to Ricky Phillips, the athletic director over at Gatesville this week. So Barnett in the slot to the left side, hands the ball off to the running back, number 18. He's going to struggle to get back to the yard marker, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Hernandez on the stop for the black and red of the Trojans of West High School. Flip the formation around. Zacharias, stutter steps in the backfield, throws it downfield, finds Franks, makes the catch at about the 40-yard line, gets tackled as he stutter steps and jumps over the defender, gets down to the 41 of the Trojans. So nice completion to Braxton Franks. Off to the right, into the seam once again. Completion is made. Is it Andrew Fossum? They saying completion, incompletion? So there is a flag on the play. Also, there's some determining whether or not they made the completion. Referee and the side judge are talking things over. If it is a completion, it's about a 17-yard, 18-yard pickup that Bubba Zacharias put right on the numbers to Andrew Fossum. West is not happy with what they're hearing from what it appears. So they're moving the chains. So if there was a flag, they're picking it up, or it was on West and they denied or, declined it. So 1st and 10 from about the 32-yard line. Zacharias tries to fade over to Madron, and he catches the ball and out of bounds on the left side about the 2-yard line. So Bubba put that right on the numbers for Dominic Madron as Madrone, excuse me. So 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Zacharias fakes a handoff. He's going to take it into the middle and get his 3rd touchdown of the evening. So a 2-yard touchdown run. See if they go for 2. Closes it to a 25-point lead, and place kicker is on to attempt the extra point. Snap back down. We got a flag. This time many flags.
Flag on the play.
Kick was good on the attempt by Alex Zaninga. Try to determine as a referee walks over, very slowly walking over to meet with the crew. They're going to take a break. Not sure if what they're calling, whether it was good or not. We'll be back in just a second. CBUS Sports Broadcasting.
Thank you for tuning in to CBUS Sports Radio for tonight's broadcast. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CBUS Sports Radio, all one word, for live updates on all our broadcasts. You can also listen to our broadcast archives on demand on our website, www.cbussportsradio.com.
At Sofiaro, we believe that every dog deserves a spa day, and what better way to pamper your pooch than with our fully equipped mobile grooming service. We bring the salon to your driveway so your furry friend can enjoy a stress-free grooming experience without the hassle of car rides or waiting in line. From a simple bath to a full-on makeover, our gentle and loving groomers are here to make your pup look and feel fabulous, all while keeping the tail wags and barks of joy coming. So sit back, relax, and let us turn your pup into the best-dressed dog on the block. Call or text 254-992-2393 to book your next appointment. You can also set up an appointment on our Facebook page by clicking on our online booking link. So checking to see if the extra point was good or not, waiting for the camera feed to come back as well. If the extra point was good, it'll make it a 45-21 game. I'm assuming the delay is the fact. It looks like the cameras are coming back now. There we go. So 45-21, not sure. So there was a penalty. It must have been a personal foul because they are kicking off from the 45-yard line of West. I wonder if they can do an onside here. Nope, he pooches it. Actually, he's going to kick it into the end zone. They're going to stop the clock before he goes to kick it. Alex got that one to the end zone.
I do not think we were ready to play, so we're going to try it again.
So he must not have called the play live before Alex decided to make contact with the kickoff. 45-21, 6:19 left. I'd almost onside kick it here and see if you could get the recovery. You're not going to gain much. Puts that one into the end zone. So on the touchback, they're going to bring it out to the 25-yard line. So first and 10 from their 25. Thought they might have taken opportunity from there to maybe just try to onside kick it and get the ball back with 6:19. Put another score on the board. So next week, the Trojans are at home once again as the Eagles from Hillsborough come in. That'll be a good matchup, good running game. Eagles have a really good running back in Braylon Benson. They'll have to keep an eye on him. He did a lot of damage on the outside to the Bulldogs in that opening night. Double overtime loss and really a good ball game. 4 hours worth. Boy, my throat was sore the next morning. So first and 10. Quarterback up the middle once again. Gets a crease. Picks up maybe 3 or 4. Coming off the bottom of the pile is De Hoya once again. He's got a cramp. He's trying to shake it out of his right leg as Petit comes back off the field as well. Has a replacement in as the clock continues to run as we're down to 5:45. Snap comes back. New quarterback in there, number 14. Tries to get to the outside, makes a man shake and bake. He misses. So number 2 is done for the night. Actually, they've got a bunch of second teamers in there, it looks like, on this possession for the Trojans. Pantoja on the stop for the Bulldogs. Still some starters in there for Coach Quentin White. Long time getting the play in. They're using every bit of the clock to get this game to the end of regulation, it appears. Direct snap back. He takes it to the right, cuts it back up the middle. He gets the first down and slammed down to the ground on a hard hit. I believe it was Brian Suarez, the middle linebacker for the Bulldogs, came up to make the stop. So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Valuable experience for the second teamers here. Hands the ball off up the middle. He breaks it up the middle. Hits the crease on the left side. Takes it down to the 34-yard line as Lofton brings him down. Boy, that was a quick hitter. That was Perez once again. He just shot through that line of scrimmage. Not a very tall young man, and he's got some big offensive linemen. He just shot out of there on the direct handoff on a basic dive play to the left side between the tackle and the guard. Now Coach Woodard slows it down as they use more of the clock. Not trying to force the issue. They were playing up tempo earlier today in this game. Hands it off to Perez once again. Gets it across the 30-yard line, possibly down to the 29. That they're going to mark it right at the 30. So Suarez and a few other Bulldogs on the stop. So picks up 5 yards for Perez. He's had a good ball game tonight. Nice change of pace from right out. Now, right out is quick as well, but a little bit more powerful than what Perez is. So 2nd and 5, 2:50 left in the contest. Quarterback asks for the snap. He's going to do a little counter action, takes it up the middle. He's going to get the first down as they're just running the ball straight up the middle here. Another first down for them. They'll take it down and probably let the clock stop at the 2-minute timeout. I don't know why they just don't call that. It's a 2-minute warning. Coach just waits as the clock slowly ticks. We'll wrap this one up quick and head on out tonight. See if I can find some more scores. Any updates and finals in the area? Boy, we really got a good one going up in Crawford. Direct snap once again, steps off to the right, gets into the secondary, gets it down to about the 15-yard line as the second team quarterback comes in. They call clock stops for the 2-minute timeout. As mentioned, up in Crawford, the Hamilton Bulldogs, 4th quarter score. Pirates on top 14-12. Waco University at China Spring blowing out the Cougars. Trojans 42-14. Clifton still with a commanding lead over the Italy Gladiators, 21-7. Avant down 50-20 in the 3rd quarter to Blanket. Still 21-0 score being reported. Franklin 35, Lorena 21. That game's is played at Lorena, so the Leopards down on their home field. Robinson down to Alvarado, 28-14. Indians over the Rockets. Rio Vista in the fourth quarter, 44-7 over Florence. Eco 28-13 over Cross Plains. La Vega, the Pirates up big, 44-20 in the fourth quarter. See if I see a Hillsborough score on here. I'm not seeing it. Some of these games are starting to go final here. In week 3 of Texas high school football. We get the camera back. So, looks like 2nd and 1 from the 16. Trips off to the right. I'm sure they're just going to hand the ball off once again. Hands it off to the new running back in there. Does a good job of pushing it forward. See the number on that. Number 12 picks up the first down. Minute 45 as the clock continues to tick. Head coach is talking to the quarterback. He pointed right at the play clock. He wants them to milk every second. I don't think he wants to put another score on the board here if they're actually going to victory formation here, try to eat up some clock. If they spread everybody out and they have a deep back, 15 yards deep. So he's just letting the play clock. We're down to 1:15, 1:13, and West will go to 2-1 on the season. So he comes back and takes a knee at the 104 mark. McGregor will drop to 0-3 as they welcome in the Hornets next week. That'll be a nice environment at Bulldogs Stadium. Look forward to being back in the stadium. Try to notch a win against their arch rivals. Like I said, those two schools only approximately 17 miles apart by State Route 84. So another touchdown, knee down, excuse me, I should say. That'll wrap it up. Your final is going to be 45-21. West victorious at home versus the McGregor Bulldogs. We'll come back, wrap up the scoring real quick, and take you out for the weekend. CBUS Sports Broadcasting. What if you could go behind the scenes with athletes and coaches? Join Ken Carpenter, a veteran high school baseball coach, weekly as he examines success, failures, and life lessons in sports. Each episode provides valuable insight and understanding of playing or coaching team sports. Check out and follow his Athlete One podcast at athleteone.net. Great insight for coaches, parents, and student athletes.
At T-Mobile, we've invested billions to bring the best network in America to towns like yours. And now we're lighting up Friday Night 5G lights for the second year in a row with millions of dollars in prizes. Get your school to apply by September 12th at FridayNightFiveGLights.com.
So your final tonight at Trojan Field, Trojan Stadium. 45-21, the West Trojans on top of the McGregor Bulldogs. A lot of scoring in this contest. Was a good game through the first half. At one point, the 7:17 mark in the second quarter was knotted up at 14 apiece, and a 4-yard touchdown run, one of 4 for the starting quarterback of the West Trojans tonight. He had a good ball game. Trojans were able to get the edge. Again, that's where they were productive. They were using bubble screens and jet sweeps, quarterback keepers around to the outside, and able to get some big plays. Bubba Zacharias tonight with 3 touchdowns of his own, all on the ground, as they fall to 0-3. So next week, we'll be back over at home as they welcome in the Hornets of Gatesville, 7:30. Kickoff time will be on the air about 7:10. And the Trojans will host Hillsborough. I believe that's a 7:30 start. It could be a 7 o'clock start like tonight was, but they improved to 2-1, excuse me, on the evening as both these teams are gearing up to get ready for district play after the bye week comes up. But we do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Once again, your final 45-21 as West victorious at home over McGregor. Have a safe weekend, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in to C-Bus Sports Broadcasting.
You're listening to the C-Bus Sports Radio High School Football Game of the Week.